All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of this college basketball second half show that I've been doing pretty successfully now for a bunch of weeks now. It's taken on a life of its own. Well, not. Maybe that's an exaggeration. It's been a lot of fun for me. I can tell you that. Some days I'm up, some days I'm down, some days I'm on the ball, some days I'm a little out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a human being, right? I'm not some kind of like robot candy capping clown. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. I get tired sometimes. Sometimes I'm well rested. Sometimes I'm up. Sometimes I'm down. Shout out to everyone who's made this show so fun for me. Yesterday was a very weird show. The MEAC game started very late, but in the end, you know, there were some jokes I flubbed. We had some dead air where the show went on longer than expected. But in the end, the picks were pretty good. I gave 2 second half picks. Small pick lost, but the medium small pick won. And then talked about the games after the 7 o'clock games. Pretty much everything that I gave out that I either said I liked or was leaning towards cashed yesterday. So that was very nice. We had some wonderful people as usual in the comments section. We'll see how many people are here tonight. I'm feeling okay about tonight. But actually, before we get into looking at the later games and maybe talking about whatever naturally comes up, let's look at the 6:30 game, at the Ohio State game. Right, that's why I started this at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. I wanted to capture the second half line there, if there was anything possible to look at. An interesting game there. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in, who gets anything out of this show. Really appreciate it. Try to make the show as entertaining as possible. Music is not possible. It'd be great to play some tunes while we're sitting here trying to handicap things, but tunes are all copyrighted. So don't have the clearance, so I can't do that. So can't play music during this show. But we're doing our best. We're doing our best to provide a quality show here in all ways, except for the set and graphics. Screw it. If you're looking for a show with a great set and really nice graphics, tune in somewhere else. This ain't the show for you. But if you're looking for a bunch of other things that people who tune into sports betting shows tend to be looking for, this might be the show for you. I'm not exactly sure. Shout out to everyone. Alex Quayle, Kyle Lee, that's Winning Time, Viral Video, Public Domain. I know, let's get some go marching in. Hell yeah, Viral Video. Again, Viral Video. It's a guy we used to call a problem solver, right? I love it. Sees a problem, comes up with the solution, and presents it in a way that other people can look at, analyze, accept, or reject. Once again, shout out to you. Viral Video. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how many of those old jazz songs are actually, because I'm terrible. There's not much in life. I'm a pretty ballsy guy. There's not much in life I'm afraid of. Really, there's a few things: giving public plays and YouTube. And I don't want to get any strikes from YouTube. I don't want to have them coming in and being like, you played When the Saints Come Marching In on your show, on your live stream. And that is a clear violation of YouTube community guidelines. Strike one for you, asshole. No, I can't handle that. I can't have that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love to play When the Saints Go Marching In. Is that in the public domain? How the hell do I know? Mozart, that's in the public domain, right? Gotta be, right? Can you just play? But what if I don't know, if someone makes a recording of it, and then they own the master, am I allowed to play that? I don't know, so I don't know. I'd love to throw in some music here and there. I am going to try to get a soundboard, actually, which I don't know why I didn't do it. Once again, if there are any tech problems with the feed or the audio, let me know. Thanks very much. All right, Ohio State is blowing Nebraska out as vaguely expected. I had no opinion on that game pregame, and I'm probably not going to have a second half play here. We've talked about Nebraska a lot, haven't we? Nebraska, again, a team with a first year coach and an almost no returning talent, which doesn't mean they don't have talent. It just means it's not returning. Nebraska's a team, especially if they continue to get blown out in games like this against Ohio State, that might have some sneaky betting value sometime in February. Take a look out for that. They've got a good coach. They've got talent on the roster. It's just not returning. All right, so let's see if there are any lines here yet on this game. Slight chance we could be on Nebraska here, 6.5. All right, let's see what we got. let's see what we got. Quickly, let's just make some decisions here. Then we'll talk about the upcoming games, and then we'll look at the 7 o'clock games. That'll come up sooner than they always creep up on you faster than I anticipate. Let's see what the numbers say here, because once again, the numbers are the magic in the background that makes everything happen, that makes everything go. Numbers like, the numbers do. The numbers do like Nebraska. They do. Yeah. Look at that. All right. All right. Enough. Okay. The numbers like Nebraska here. Okay. I'm going to make that an official play. It's not going to be huge, but it's definitely going to be a play. Starting off the show with a play, Nebraska plus 6.5. The numbers do kind of like this. Not huge, but solidly and clearly. Okay, and I'll grade this one. It's medium or medium small. Medium or medium small. I'll grade it medium small. Again, erring on the side of cowardice. Not caution, but cowardice. That's borderline medium or medium small. I will err to start out the show. I'll err on the side of cowardice. Ohio State, it's entirely possible that, the numbers here like Nebraska, but of course we know this kind of a spot. Nebraska might just give up 5 minutes into that second half, and Ohio State runs away with it. But the numbers do like Nebraska here. Pre-game slightly and halftime a little bit stronger. So Nebraska plus 6.5, medium small. Once again, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? If you think I've got like a good thing going here, and you come in and tail 2 plays and they both lose, and all of a sudden, you're like, well, this guy's a fraud. That's not an appropriate reaction, right? Overall, my ROI in this show has been very, very good as far as I'm concerned. About 5% flat, 8% weighted, and that's all I was hoping for. And that, of course, involves a lot of losses, right? A lot of big losses, a lot of days losses. I even had a week that was losing. So be aware of all that. Let me see. What else does it like here? Slight lean to Nebraska team total. Oh, yeah. Agnostic on the total. Slight lean to Nebraska over and Ohio State under. I'm not going to make those plays. I'm going to write them down. Over 34 and Ohio State under 40.5. Slight leans to both of those. Slight leans to both of those. But those are not going to be official plays. Let me see. Let me check things here. We're off to a nice brisk start here. Nebraska plus 6.5. Graded medium small. Yeah, numbers like it just a little bit, and that's what we're going to make that one a play. And I don't think we're going to think too much more about this one. Nebraska plus 6.5, medium small, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, let's get back to all right. The halftime lines will come up in about 18 minutes or so. I did give some pre-game plays, right? If you notice my tweet right before game time, I did have a Patreon that I think I'm not going to do anymore, but I did give out some pre-game plays. What did I give out? Clemson, team total over 62. Look at that. Looking good so far. 20 points in the first 10 and a half minutes for Clemson. Very nice. I gave out Ball State -3. They're up. Eastern Michigan is kind of a crappy team. And what else did I give out? I gave out, I liked Richmond +5, but I didn't give that one out. Davidson's a tricky team, right? Davidson is an underachieving team. It's very, very tricky to bet on or against those teams at this point in the season. A team like Davidson that was expected to do much better. Those preseason rankings are very meaningful in all college sports, especially in college sports. And, so Davidson does have what I would call, quote unquote, back class, to borrow a term from horse racing. But they're clearly massively underachieving this year. I did bet Richmond big, but it's just I just didn't want to give it out publicly because you just never know what you're going to get from Davidson. Let's see. I gave Central Michigan team total over. That's looking okay. And I gave, what else did I give? Kent State, Miami, Ohio. That's looking awful. So that's probably going to be a loser there. But that's all right. 2 two of three or whatever it is that I gave. If I gave 4 plays and 3 of them win, that would be awesome, right? Is that what I did? That would be nice if that one won. If that one won, yeah. And again, Richmond, Davidson, very tricky team. You'll see this every year, multiple times. A team that is projected to do very well in a conference, returning starters, all of that, returning starters from a year where they did well, and then they come out and somewhat inexplicably are just sluggish, and that is the best word to describe Davidson this year: sluggish. I liked Richmond, I liked the under, and I liked the Davidson team total under in that one, but I didn't have the balls to give that one out publicly because it's just a very treacherous teams like Davidson. What else do we have going on here? But we'll see what happens. Buffalo, interesting. They're down. This was a spot where you would think that Buffalo would really come to run. I was thinking that the Buffalo team total over might be worth a shot, and that is not looking good. We'll see what the second half brings there. Western Michigan hanging with Bowling Green, and then Kent State, Miami of Ohio. I was expecting that to be a higher scoring first half, and it hasn't been. All right, very nice, very nice. We've given a once over of how the games are going so far. We've reviewed the plays that I tweeted out officially. Now let's look for some comments. Let's see. Comments coming in. Shout out to everyone. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Costs you nothing. Does it help me? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Viral video got team total under in Nebraska. Wow, really interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Nebraska does like to play a brisk pace. We know what that coach did at Iowa State. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Nebraska plus 6.5. First official play of the night. Let's see. Shout out to Viral Video, Adam Lastman, Sean B. Shout out to you, Alex Quayle, Kyle Leith. We happy few. We few. Arthur Meade Jr. How about a beautiful woman with a great rack, Peter? Yeah, I mean, we want to try to keep this classy. This is a classy show, despite the pile of shit behind me, despite the hoarder's garbage dump behind me. Believe it or not, this is actually intended to be a classy show. So we try not to go for the lowest common denominator type thing, which many people do, and understandably so, because it brings numbers in, and then they turn those numbers into money. And that is something that I've not done with this show yet. But, we'll see. Well, who knows what the future will bring. Let's see. Viral Video giving out tennis plays. That's great. If you I've known for a while that guys who model tennis or just have an edge in tennis have some of the biggest edges in sports nowadays, for sure. Kind of reminds me a little bit of WNBA a bunch of years ago. So Viral Video, I certainly trust him. Give whatever plays you got in the comment section of this show. Tasha M says hi. Shout out to you, Tasha M. Alex Ramirez hitting us up with low-hanging fruit in the NHL. Coyotes, excellent, awesome. Viral Video, wow, excellent tennis plays. Posting in the comment section. Adam Lastman likes Oklahoma. Yeah, that's a tough one. That has second half maybe written all over it. There's something a little bit up with Kansas. They're obviously a good team, not really in elite form right now. This is a spot where they should bounce back. I mean, they have revenge from last year against Oklahoma. They're coming off of a pretty, what should be an embarrassing loss, but Kansas is just clearly not, quite at the elite level that you'd want to see to be betting on, as this kind of a road favorite at this point in the season. Again, though, I didn't bet this one. If you gave me a free play, I would throw it on Kansas. But they might be a head case team at this point in the year. Not exactly sure. This is a revenge spot for them. The loss of Baylor against Baylor, and the stats also kind of like Kansas as well. But obviously the line has gone in Oklahoma's favor. Complete pass for me, and I also have a slight lean to the under, but I didn't bet that one either. And this game does kind of have second half written all over it. That's interesting. Let's see what else people are commenting about. Nello I. Peter, sorry I'm late again. That's no problem, Nello I. We're just chilling. We're just trading plays and opinions here, a joke here and there. I wish I could play some music. The only thing you missed is me complaining that I would love to. It would just add such a nice touch to be able to add a sprinkle of music here or there in this show, but I can't do it because I don't want to get struck by YouTube, because all that music has, 8 different copyrights attached to it. You violate one of them, bam, YouTube pounces on you. And it's not even the artist who complains about it. It's YouTube AI bots that just find it automatically. So that's pretty much all you missed. Adam Lastman likes Wisconsin. Okay. We might be on opposite sides here, Adam Lastman. I kind of like Maryland first half. I like Maryland first half. Maryland, an interesting team, right? That game where everyone thought they were just a great bet at Seton Hall. They laid an egg, right? But they've had other major covers, including a great game against this very Ohio State team that we're looking at right now. The road is obviously a different situation for a team like Maryland, but they're coming off a bad loss. And this is a talented team. Obviously, Wisconsin is a notoriously tough place to play on the road. I don't necessarily like Maryland full game, but I do like them first half. I do like Maryland first half. I did take a shot with them first half, and that's a classic, game where I make a first half bet, and then I'll make a second half bet that might, either make up for a wrong call in the first half, or the first, I could easily see Maryland being up by, 6 or something, 5 or 6 at the half, cashing the first half bet, and then the stats saying that Wisconsin is a good bet on the second half. So we'll see. I hear you on Wisconsin. I like Maryland here, but only first half for now. Let's see. What else do we have? Comments coming in. Hope everyone's enjoying this show. Shout out to you, Nello I. EJV. Shout out to you. Rich, Ron Lofton. Yeah, people talking about tennis. Just put them all in there, man. Put them all in there. Dan Kelly, okay. The professor's in. The professor's watching. I can't slack. I can't say something that mathematically incorrect, or I can't use the wrong term for something, because Dan Kelly will be like, I'll give Pete a pass on that, but he looked kind of stupid there. Dan Kelly will pick up on it. If I say something half stupid, he'll pick up on it. He won't care. We're friends, but he'll notice, and then I'll know he noticed, and that'll make me feel bad. What's up, Dan Kelly? Shout out to you, Dan Kelly. What else? Robbie Tagaloa. Shout out to you, Robbie Tagaloa. I love the support so much. Coco Bongo. Shout out to you. Clemson shooting lights out right now. Yes, they'll probably slow down in the second half, but you don't have to shoot lights out for that long to cover a team total of 62, which is the play that I did take and a play that I tweeted out. Let's see what other comments are coming in. Other comments coming in. Nello I says play classical music. Yeah, I'll have to do a little research into that. Maybe some classical music is copyrighted in some way, even if it's not the songwriting credit. I don't have to pay Mozart a royalty or get permission from Mozart. But I might have to, get permission from some Brit asshole in the Mormon Tabernacle Choir or something like that, or the National London Orchestra or something like that. Viral Video says a real good capper I like thinks Wisconsin and Max Smart fading Maryland at the moment. Okay. Again, I didn't bet Maryland full game. I did bet them first half, though. We'll see. Obviously, I can understand the argument in favor of Wisconsin. Let's see. Brandon Lee says, want to take Clemson team total over pregame, but my book didn't offer it. Really? Full game college basketball team totals are kind of standard. You're missing out there. My pregame stuff, my team totals are much better than any other kind of play that I make pregame in college basketball. Let's see other comments, and then we'll look at Arthur Mead, LOL, only in jest. No, he's talking about his comment about having a female presence. I mean, it'd be great, and maybe it will happen. You're right, Arthur Mead. I want to make the show as good as possible. Nello I. Pete, do you like Akron today? I do. That is an interesting game. The stats that I have, yes, they like Akron. They do. Feels a little bit trappy. Yes. The short answer to your question is yes, I do like Akron. My stats say it's a no-brainer play. The line has moved in Northern Illinois' direction, though. And that makes me nervous. I didn't actually pull the trigger on it. I was about to. I was close to it, but that game also has second half written all over it. I'm going to wait to halftime for that. Let's see. Other comments here. Other comments coming in. And then we'll talk about the late games. Nate says, thoughts on Iowa Northwestern. Okay. I do have thoughts on that one. I took the Iowa team total under. I got it at when before the total dropped. It's now down to a 141.5. Let's see where it is right now. I do like the Iowa team total under in this one. Northwestern, of course, continues to be a schizophrenic team, bit of a schizophrenic team. Iowa, I believe, is still missing that key player. And, this is a game yesterday. For people who missed yesterday's show, right? I had a bunch of winners that cashed easily, but the play I was most proud of was actually very close. It was the Grambling State team total under. Classic example of how you can use team totals in sports betting, and specifically college basketball. If you look at my breakdown on that one, I said Grambling State prefers they were the better team statistically, according to what I had. They prefer a slower pace, and I said that I could see them, easily getting a cover in that game by 8 or 10 points, but the game being so slow paced that their team total under still cashes. And then I said the opposite was true as well. I could see them also getting blown out and the total going way over, but because they got blown out, despite the fact that the game was high scoring, that their team total would sneak under anyway. And that is in fact what happened. And that's how I feel about this Iowa game as well. I like the Iowa team total under. Let's see where it is now. It's 73.5. Yeah, I'd rather be getting 74.5 or 74, but I'm sure I'm not going to run the numbers now, but I'm sure that they like it a bit at 73.5 as well. So yes, I did hit the Iowa team total under. Let's see what else is coming up. The halftimes are coming up soon. I hit the Iowa. I did hit VCU Dayton under 138.5 on Twitter. Someone said that they like the over. I can understand that. I believe that Dayton's leading scorer is out for this game, right? I'm assuming that he is. I think it's down to 137.5 now. I took it at under 138.5. Dayton is, an incredibly efficient offensive team, just a super impressive team offensively, but not necessarily a super high-paced team, fast-paced team. And I like VCU a little bit here and the under, and I was an inch away from taking the Dayton team total under, but I just went with the under at 138.5. Of course, that could lose. Dayton could explode offensively at any time, but my number said there was a small edge, and they could be wrong, but that's what they said, and that's what I did. Let's see what else we have. The Iowa team total under. Yes, I did pull the trigger on Tulane a little bit at -1. And then two other plays that I made, one where I beat the line and one where I did not beat the line. I took DePaul on the overnight at 10.5. That's now down to 9.5, which is nice. I also took Mississippi State on the overnight at -4, and now it's down to 2.5. And that's not good to see, but we'll see. So those are the plays that I got going. I got Maryland first half, Mississippi State at -4, not great. DePaul plus 10.5, nice. Tulane -1. Iowa team total under. And small on VCU Dayton under, and that's about it for the rest of the card. Akron's interesting. The big games tonight later on, TCU West Virginia. My numbers were very skittish on that one, so I just sort of passed on it. Again, the Kansas game I'll be looking at hard at the second half, but no pregame play. And the San Diego State Fresno State game, passed on that one as well. And yeah, and that's it. DePaul Villanova, very interesting game there. DePaul, I mentioned early on in the year, I think it was even with the Maxwell Smart show, the one show I had with a guest, which was Maxwell Smart. I said that in years past, DePaul was year after year a program that was just bad, but still overvalued by the market. They would constantly be like an 11.5-point road dog against some team, and you think, are they really that bad? Invariably, the game would prove they were even worse. They'd get blown out by 20 points. This year, I've been tending to either bet on them or pass. I think they're a little bit undervalued this year, and Villanova a little bit overvalued this year. And I took a shot with DePaul at plus 10.5 for sure. All right, let's look at some other comments, and then we'll start looking at the second half lines as they come in. Nasty Nate, I love Lamp and I love Pete. Shout out to you. Adam Lassman, Clemson up by 6. Okay, let's see. EV, thoughts on Missouri plus 3. I don't know. I like Mississippi State. I took them at 4. It's now down to 2.5. That's not good to see, but that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. At C. Nello I. Thoughts on life. Got to be a little bit more specific than that, Nello I. Thoughts on life. Infinite thoughts on life. Narrow it down just a little bit, and maybe we can. We're trying. Me and Nello I. We're always trying to have a conversation in this show. It's so, we want to connect so bad, but it's always stilted. Thoughts on life. Nick the Slick 83. What's up, Pete? What's up to you? Not much. All right. Other comments coming in, and then we'll start looking at the second half stuff. Rich G, would you still take Mississippi State at -2.5? Yeah, I mean, if I would take it at 4, I'd take it at 2.5. We've seen, day in and day out, game in and game out in college basketball this year, these line moves in college basketball, you don't want to be on the wrong side of one of them because you could have gotten a better number. And we've seen how much the half points and points matter in our entire betting careers in college basketball. But I don't know, man. These line moves I haven't tracked them this year yet, but it seems like they've been wrong more than they've been right. You guys remember the show where the second half line on Arkansas State, my numbers loved Arkansas State. Money just pounded Georgia State all the way from 3 down to like 2 -115 or something like that. I didn't know what was going on. Pulled the trigger on Arkansas State. They wound up covering by 20 or whatever it was. So it's not good to see, but yeah, I like Mississippi State. Aaron 007. Shout out to you. Tito Banton. Shout out to you. Yes. Smash the like button if you don't mind. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe. I don't subscribe to any of the channels that I watch regularly, but if they ask me to subscribe, I would, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 viewers. Subscribers. So if I get to 1,000 subscribers, there's other things I'll be able to do at YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. Just because I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I don't want to buy 300 fake subscribers or whatever. All right, let's look at. Oh boy, the show's been good so far. Now the pressure once again. Once again, pressure's coming. Let's see what. Are there any games that are on? There's only 10 games, I believe. Yeah, only 10 7 o'clock games, and then the rest are at 8 o'clock. So we'll wrap this up definitely. Won't wait till the 8 o'clock games, although if there's something I'm really... the Bowling Green Western Michigan game. All right, let's look at that. Mac, second half. Unbelievable. It's like I made this joke yesterday, and it's so true. Every time the second half line actually presents itself to me, I feel like I've taken an anti-Xanax. If these scientists could create an anti-Xanax, that's the feeling that pill would give. All right, Western Michigan and Bowling Green. Let me see. Hold on one second. Look for some numbers here. Sorry, just got to see what the numbers say. Western Michigan plus 1.5 and 78. I was having such a good time chatting back and forth. I took my eye off the ball a little bit. Let me see what the number's like here. Bowling Green, Western Michigan. Okay, let's just look at this. Let's just look at these numbers. They like Western Michigan. Pre-game and halftime like Western Michigan just a bit. Okay, let me figure out what I want to do here. Yeah, they like Western Michigan a bit. Yeah. All right, we'll make it a play. Western Michigan plus 1.5. What the hell? It's not a huge play, but I like it. Western Michigan plus 1.5. That's just going to be medium small. That's also medium small, borderline medium, but the numbers like it. Western Michigan plus 1.5, medium small. Okay. Western Michigan plus 1.5, graded medium small. That's also borderline medium. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Examining these numbers here. Yeah. Sorry, just examining numbers here. Yeah, both of those, Western Michigan plus 1.5, medium, small. Again, that could be medium, but I'm just going to stick with that. And very slightly into the Bowling Green team total under as well. All right, Davidson, Richmond, and the Texas A&M game. Let's look at those. All right, come on. Davidson, Richmond. Wow, Richmond. Yeah, man, look at that. Richmond, again, sluggish. At some point, they may turn it around. And if they do, they may have significant betting value for a few games in a row before the market catches up. Okay. Come on. All right, let's look at this. Okay, let's look at Texas A&M plus 1.5 and 70. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing your time and your life with me. Nothing really. Small lean to the under. Small lean to LSU team total under at 36. That, is a justifiable play, actually, according to my numbers. Under 36 for LSU, the team total under. And the full game under. I mean, both teams under at 70, small as well. But I'm not going to make either of those an official play. Let's look at Richmond Davidson, minus 5 and 72. Let's see what the numbers say here. Minus 5 and 72. Yeah. Numbers actually like Davidson, very small. Again, one of these big money lines, which my this is one area where my model / approach might be wrong. The edges that it gives to the big money lines, but it does like Davidson a little bit at minus 305. But that's not going to be a pick either. This is a very sluggish team here. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm just looking at numbers, looking at stuff. Just looking at stuff here. Yeah, the Texas A&M under 70 could easily be a small play, rated small. That could be a play. Let's look at some other lines to make sure we don't miss anything that is relatively low-hanging. Duke, Clemson, Ohio, Buffalo, Central Michigan, Toledo. Let's look at all that. And then maybe we'll revisit some of this other stuff. Hope you're having a good time here. Hope you're having an okay time here. Okay, Miami of Ohio. That was a loser. Central Michigan team total over. That one's looking good. Ball State looking great. And there's Ohio Buffalo down. All right, so my 4 tweeted plays full game are looking like, as of right now, 3-1, which is better than I would be able to do long term. All right, let's look at the Buffalo game. Let's see what the numbers say here. Where are we? Buffalo minus 5, 79.5. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, again, they like this freaking big money line at just minus 230. And they like Buffalo team total over 42.5 a little bit as well. Or 42, depending on what book you have. And a Slightly into the over at 79.5. These numbers are all very tight. If you're wondering why there's so few picks and many of the picks are very small or medium or small or medium small, it's because the market is sharp as hell, right? That's your answer. Over 79.5 could be a play as well. I'm not going to make that one an official play. I'm looking for something low hanging here. Let's look at Toledo Central Michigan. Toledo Central Michigan. Again, though, I'm spouting out my thoughts here as we do this. Well, like Central Michigan a little bit at +5. Like Central Michigan a little bit at +5. It does. Just a little bit. Central Michigan +5, or I'll make that a pick. Graded small, though. Central Michigan +5 -115, graded small. Not medium small, just small. Central Michigan +5 -115, graded small. And it also likes the Central Michigan team total over 36 a little bit as well. Oh, no, that's a wrong number here. Bad number. The total is 81. Okay, let's look at Duke Clemson. Let's look at that. Duke Clemson. Okay, let's find it. Wow, Clemson, 40 points. Keep in mind, anyone who's watched college basketball for more than one season knows that a team total of 62 could easily not cash, even if a team has 40 points at half. But it's definitely nice to see. Duke Clemson. Yeah, no shock. Numbers like Duke -9 a little bit. They like, yeah. God, it's so stressful doing this publicly. They like Duke -9 a little bit. The numbers here. And they do actually like the Clemson team total under 32.5 a little bit as well. All right, I'm sharing a lot of borderline plays, a lot of thoughts here. We'll revisit some of this stuff. Let's go to Florida and then the Pittsburgh game as well. Let's look at the Pittsburgh game very quickly. See what we got. Pittsburgh +5 and 68. See what we got. Again, numbers like Louisville -5, small. And a small lean to the Louisville team total over 36.5. I want to give these as public plays. Not really. I don't want to give anything as public plays. You know how I roll. Let's look at the Florida game quickly, just to make sure there's nothing really low hanging that we're missing out. That we're not missing out on. Florida game. Where are we? -5 and 72.5. Small lean to the. Very small lean to the under in the Florida game. But again, that's not really bettable necessarily. I'm just telling you what the numbers say, and you can't force it. That is kind of bettable, though. 72.5 -115. All right, I'll make that one an official play, but again, this is graded small. Line just moved, so under 72.5 -115, graded small. Florida. Florida, Ole Miss. Pre-game numbers actually like the over, but halftime numbers like the under, and it's a little bit stronger. So, yeah. And a slight lean to Ole Miss at +5 as well. Yeah. And a slight lean to the Florida. Team total under at 39 as well. Okay, let's see what lines are still up that we can revisit a little bit. Yeah, they're all up here. Texas A&M, look at that. Market bet it up. Numbers like under 70 minus 105, just slightly. And the LSU team total under 36 minus 105. They do like that one. All right, I'll make that one an official play as well. LSU team total under 36 minus 105. Bet in 36 minus 105. LSU team total under 36 minus 105. That's graded medium small. LSU team total under 36 minus 105. Graded medium small. What else do we have? What else do we want to look at again? The Louisville game. Let's look at that again. Louisville, yeah, -5, -115 now, and 68. Numbers like Louisville a little bit. They do. Nebraska getting blown out. Ball State rolling, though. That's nice to see. This might be one of those shows where my second half plays are all crappy, but the pregame stuff I gave out cashes, which I guess is, nice, right? Let's look at that Kent State, Miami, and Ohio game again. Oh, that one hasn't, we never looked at that. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on there. +5 and 77. Hold on. Yeah, the numbers like, again, Kent State on a stupid big money lines a little bit. And the numbers also like Kent State team total over. They do like that one. All right, I'll make that one an official play. Kent State over 41. That's an official play. Kent State over 41. Team total over 41. They really do kind of like that one. And we'll grade that one medium. We'll grade that one medium. Kent State team total over 41. They also, numbers also like the over 77 a little bit as well. The over 77 a little bit as well. All right, I'll make that one a play as well. And that will be graded medium small. Although that is borderline medium too. Kent State team total over 41 medium, and Miami, Ohio, Kent State over 77 medium small. Heart attack city here with all these tight lines. Heart attack city here. Okay, let's see what other lines are still up. Maybe convert some of these borderline plays into official plays. Duke now 9.5. Yep, the numbers like Duke. Minus 9. Now up to 9.5. And they do like the Clemson team total under a little bit, even at 32.5. I'm just telling you what the numbers are saying here. That I'm seeing, my numbers. Eastern Michigan, Ball State. That one is up. Let's look at that one. Wow, Ball State blowing them out. Yeah, this is probably going to have nothing. Yeah, this one has nothing. Yeah, nothing on that one. Let's revisit quickly that Ohio and Buffalo game again. Let's revisit this one. Yeah, numbers do like Buffalo here. Yeah, the numbers do like Buffalo here a bit. And the money line's only minus 240. They like that. And the over, and the Buffalo team total over as well. Even at 42.5. We're going to hang off that one for now. We're not going to give that one. Toledo and Central Michigan, yeah. Still up. Already gave Central Michigan +5, -115 small. The numbers do like that. And they like, what is that? And they like the Central Michigan team total over at about 38 as well. Hope you're all having a good time here. You know, kind of a tough card. Nothing really, no, like, you know, clear, strong value in any of these games. Probably Duke in retrospect should have been. The numbers like Duke, but nothing crazy. So let's see what else we got. I think we're just about done. See if there's any other lines we want to revisit in any way. Florida Ole Miss game is interesting. We gave the under 72.5 small, -115. And yeah. That's a decent one there. Ball State, Eastern Michigan, nothing. Although actually a slight lean to the Ball State team total over at 31.5, actually. That's borderline. Ball State over 31.5. We won't make that a play, though. Numbers like a little bit. All right. Maybe a little bit uneventful as far as, second half value that really wowed us, right? Possibly a losing day overall, right? But anyone who tailed my pregame stuff is looking okay, right? Nebraska getting blown out, not good. Terrible. There you go, Michigan, Buffalo. Buffalo's up on Ohio. Yeah, they probably win that game. I guess that's about it. Anything else you want to talk about here? Let me just see what lines are still up and give one final look at them before they evaporate into the ether, as every life will as well in its time, in its due time. Just like these life is just like college basketball second half lines. Flickers for a brief moment of magic and then gone into the ether. Miami of Ohio and Kent State. I gave the Kent State team total over 41 medium. That's the biggest play on the entire card. And also the both teams over 77 medium small. Yeah. All right. I guess that's just about does it. Eastern Michigan line is still up, but we're going to pass on that. Ball State, Eastern Michigan. Again, Ball State team total over 31.5. Small. I mean, it's not an official play. It could be, though. Justifiable. The numbers say there is a small but bettable edge on Ball State over 31.5. But We're not going to make that an official play. All right, I guess that's it. We're done. Once again, I'm just hoping and praying that overall on the day, I wind up somehow up a half unit. You know, that's all I really want. That's all I really need. Shout out to everyone. Let's see. Viral Video says, good show. Thanks. Thank you very much. Viral Video says, so Duke -9.5 strong. No, Duke wasn't a play, but probably should have been at -9. What else do we have here? Other comments? Just any comments that I missed? Aaron007 says, having a blast. That's awesome because remember, you might make a little bit of money here and there, but for 98% of us, this should be recreational, right? Which means you should be having a blast, which means if you're not having a blast, maybe find something else where you're having more of a blast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Aaron007, for having a blast in this sports betting thing that we do. Nello I, always a good time. Shout out to you. Scott Letty, Peter, I'm here fluent all. I knew you'd be Scott Letty. Shout out to you. Other comments coming in. Let's see. Let me see. Other comments coming in. Aaron007, Pete, can you search sub for sub and trade subs with people? Yeah, sure I could do that, right? I don't know. Do I want to do that? Trade subs with like some, 16-year-old Danish teen, you sub to my channel, I'll sub to your channel. Yeah, I'm sure it would work and I'd get to 1,000 pretty quickly. Deer Slayer Ski, AIPP. Yes, you know it. You know it, baby. Steve says, cheers, Pete. Shout out to you. Now we're just going to shout out all the people who say nice things to me. Then we're going to wrap it up because we're not going to wait for the 8 o'clock Eastern time games. There's nothing else to look at. Aaron007, it's totally recreational. I enjoy stable blood sugar, and you make that happen. Aaron007. Awesome comment right there. That's the comment that made me happiest of the show award right there. It goes to you, Aaron007. Comment that made me happiest of the show award goes to Aaron007 for that one. It's totally recreational. I enjoy stable blood sugar, and you make that happen. Shout out to you. Nello I says, thanks again, Pete. Thank you. You're welcome very much, Nello I. Viral Video, Alex Ramirez, Central Michigan. Nello I. All right. Time for me to go. Viral Video saying for tomorrow, max bet UVA under. Yeah, those UVA, once again, I talked about it. I've made a lot of bets in college basketball this year. I haven't made one bet involving a game involving Virginia this year. Just haven't had time to crunch the numbers in the way that I would want to. And teams like that on the periphery, I either have a great edge and bet them over and over again, or they make me nervous and I stay away from them. I'm sure I'm missing out on some huge value with Virginia this year. Again, that's a lesson. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't have fear of missing out on positive EV, right? There's a positive EV everywhere. Of course, you're going to miss out on 15 different positive EVs you could have grabbed. It's like those games where there's cash dollars flying around. Of course, you're not going to grab every dollar in the box. You know those games where you put you in the box and there's dollars flying around. You have a minute to grab as many as you can. Yes, I am sure that I am, skipping positive EV opportunities with Virginia this year. Congratulations to everyone who's not, but I certainly am. All right, what else do we have here? Nasty Nate says, best show on any network. Thank you, Nasty Nate. Well, one of you network guys just fucking read that comment and let's do something, right? Make a great show with upgrade the background a little bit, upgrade the audio a little bit, upgrade the graphics a little bit, upgrade the overall scope of the show a little bit. We'll kill it. The Icon, shout out to you. Adam Lastman, shout out to you. Viral Video, shout out to you. Steve, Tito Banton, Ron Lofton, and everyone. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. See y'all then.